Hey guys, welcome back to the Potted Together podcast. I'm Nicole and I'm joined by my wonderful, beautiful, lovely, talented, amazing co-hosts.
You think I'm pretty?
What was this? What was the word? Self-indulgent?
Oh, yeah. Overly self-indulgent.
Overly self-indulgent. We compliment each other so much at the intro. Like, no wonder we're overly self-indulgent.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
I know.
We can't help it.
Oh.
We are who we are.
We are who we are.
Anyways.
Well, yeah. Hi.
How you guys doing? Well, today's episode, for starters, is going to be a doozy. It's going to be plants that we ignore for far too long, for far too often. You know, you don't water them. You don't fertilize them. They're just like hanging on for dear life, but they're still looking pretty good.
Yeah. They're still
so we're going to talk about it.
Yeah.
But first, we need to catch up.
We have a big themed catch up, and that is Taylor Swift concert from Adam, because our friend went twice. So we haven't heard anything. I have like butterflies. I'm excited to hear.
Oh my gosh. 2 times in a row. Like, who is she? What?
Who is she?
Okay, but you're not the only person I saw do that. So I will say,
a lot of people.
I was thinking, I'm like, that's a lot. But Adam loves T Swift. But then 4 people that I know who live in Phoenix did the same thing. So I mean, it's fine.
Well, okay. Well, here's the deal is my friend Jesse you could only buy 6 tickets. And when the tickets were coming out, you could get like a leg up buying the tickets because it was a nightmare. But if you had like a certain code from a Taylor Swift verified fan, and so Jessie had the code. And so you could get 6 tickets and she had 4 and I was like, get 6 because like my friend Chrissy and I will be the other 2, which that worked. But then as I was like getting excited about the concert, about buying the tickets, because it was very akin to like Steve Sleeves releasing Burly Mark's Fantasy. Like it was like, I was on the site. As I was like getting more hyped up for it, I think Steve was getting a little FOMO, which love him. And
I mean, rightfully so.
And my friend Zach also was like, that'd be really fun to see. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to get tickets for the second night or try to. And I was successful. So that's why the 2 nights in a row. I went to like Chrissy and I went both nights together, but then there was different groups of folks. But
which is so fun because you guys knew what to expect.
Well, plus I could plan 2 different outfits and she planned the outfits.
Yes.
She did. Ooh. Okay. So night one. Put us in the zone.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So obviously like upper bowl, like literally nosebleeds, didn't care though, because still amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, I was just going to say, watching like the recaps and everybody talking about it on TikTok, a lot of the people that were front and center, ground level, were really pissed because they couldn't see the stage.
Yeah.
And the stage was like, I don't know, half of the show, dare I say?
Yeah, it was definitely like if you didn't get to see what was happening on the stage, like on the stage floor, it was a screen. Like the whole thing was a screen. You were missing like a good chunk of it, like a good chunk of that awesomeness. So I was like, too bad. But Emma Stone was there. Didn't see her, but I saw it online afterwards.
Very
did
cool.
Too. I was going to ask you. If you saw her. Oh, what a babe.
But so Gail opened for the first opener, which I was like, who the hell is Gail? But she's the A, B, C, D, E, F, U, and your mom.
I love that song.
It was.
I always forget about openers. It's like a double concert. That's so fun.
Yes.
And she was really sweet. And I think you could tell it was like probably the biggest stage she's ever performed on. And she was like emotional. And then Paramore came out as the second opener, which Hayley Williams.
Paramore.
She can own a stage.
Yes.
Literally.
Yeah.
Like what a babe.
Love Paramore.
So Paramore had a longer set. And then Taylor Allison Swift came into the stadium. Literally, I don't even know how to explain it. I've never been to a big production concert before, and I've always wanted to. I saw Britney in Vegas, but again, like it was a production, but it was also in Vegas kind of thing. So I was like,
Yeah.
everything's a production. But yeah, it was just a dream. We had lights on our wrists that then like created designs through the whole stadium. Like during Lover, there was like hearts that were just floating around the crowd because like
So
everyone's
cool.
wrists was lighting up. You know, it was
Yeah.
oh, it's so cool. But
So did they hand those out? Like, that came with your tickets, or did you have to buy them?
no, it came with the tickets. Yeah, so when
That was T Swift did that shit. She was like, I want to see these people.
and she says in the concert, she's like, because of that, I can see every single one of you, even the ones way up at the top. But I'm like, you can't really see us. You just see a little light blinking.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. She just wanted to be reassured that there were 70,000 people there.
yeah,
Yeah.
literally more than the Super Bowl and the Rihanna concert that was happening in the same place.
Wow, really?
Yeah. Isn't that wild?
Oh,
That's crazy.
I didn't know that. Oh man.
But yeah, it was a cool experience. She sang 44 songs. 3.5 hours. Literally the only break she got was when she was probably running under the stage to quick change. And literally the quick changes were like 2 minutes tops. I was like,
Yeah, tops.
how are you alive? Like, I just don't understand.
Yeah.
It was amazing though. It literally was like I went to church. And the thing is, I know that we've said this before. Becca said that she's like a Miley girl, and you're either a Taylor girl or a Miley girl, which I get. Taylor is not the best singer. I will hands down say that. But holy shit, can she entertain? Like someone can hold a room for 3.5 hours of 70,000 people. Like,
Yeah.
Screaming.
yeah, it was.
Yeah. Totally.
I don't
She's
know.
extremely talented.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Which did you see the Miley
I
documentary
saw-
on Disney Plus?
No.
What?
Yeah, of her new album, Endless Summer Vacation. So it's basically just her singing her album, but it was so good. Well, I
haven't
thought it was
seen
going
that.
to be. I thought it was going to be better than it was. I thought it was going to be more like documentary, like tell us the stories behind this, and it wasn't as
Yeah.
much that. But the performances, chef's kiss, so good. I love Miley.
Okay.
She is, not to steer away from T Swift, but Miley is in her badass bitch era. If you ask me, she is on top.
Yeah.
Like,
she's in her just got cheated on and I'm mad about it era. And I love
Yeah.
that for her.
Revenge.
yeah, she's a woman scorned. Oof.
She's dressing for revenge.
I saw some, back to T Swift, I saw some TikToks of people saying, like, listen, like, I know you don't want to wear earplugs at concerts because you're afraid you're going to miss out, but you can't get your hearing back. So, like, tip number one is wear earplugs. But they made a good point. They were like, it's not for the sound from the concert, it's from the people literally screaming in your ear. Like,
Yeah.
that sound is deafening.
Well, I was screaming, but there are you really should wear earplugs. I got there the first night and my friend Jessie came because she came with another group. Like we drove separately and she had earplugs and I was like, oh my gosh, I forgot mine. Cause I have those loop earplugs that I wore to Disney, which honestly
Oh, yeah.
saved my life. Like, well, okay, that's dramatic, but they
Saved your hearing.
Life-changing.
it wasn't hearing. It was more like, you know, if I'm in a big crowds of people, like I'm focusing on all different things that I'm not focusing on like who's with me. Cause I'm like hearing a conversation over here and I'm a nosy ass mofo. So I'm like, what's going on?
Yeah.
And they really just drowned it out, everything except for the people, you know, talking to you. So that was really helpful to keep me like focused. Anyway, I forgot them. And I noticed that when Jessie had earplugs in, and Jessie, if you're listening, I'm calling you out right now. But Jessie was like, oh yeah, and you have the fancy ones too. I was like, yeah, dang it, I meant to bring them. And then like 40 minutes later, this little girl in front of us was like having a fit because it was loud. Okay. It was very loud. Not just the screaming,
Yeah.
but also the music. And her mom couldn't like watch the show. And then all of a sudden Jessie's like offering her earplugs. And I'm sitting
You
here
had
like,
these.
And it wasn't just like a few. She had an entire bag full. And I'm like, did you not just hear me say I forgot my earplugs? And then but anyway.
Maybe she didn't hear you over the screaming.
No, she did, because she goes, yeah, and you got the fancy ones too. And I was like, yeah. She did not offer me earplugs. And I was like, well, I know where I stand here. Okay. I know where. You're going to give it to the random 7-year-old girl over your bestie you're sitting next to. I should have just asked her though. I did ask her afterwards because I was like, maybe I will take some. But then like, I think the bag was in somebody else's hands down the row. And I just didn't, it was in the middle of the concert and I didn't want to cause a ruckus. So I was like, whatever.
Yeah.
But first
Being
night
a 4.
was, being a 4. First night was Midnight's outfit. I got these like denim jeans that had like this blue sparkle in them. Like dark blue. And then I cut out rhinestone stars and ironed them onto the pants.
Nice.
Fabulous.
I went to like 5 Joann's to find stars and I was like, yeah, I should have known that there's not going to be anywhere in this city because everyone's like ironing on stars.
For sure.
Second night, I went more like Lover/Reputation with like a netted mesh shirt without. I didn't even wear it. I was like, you know what? Body positivity. I don't care
Your
how
nips
No
were
bra.
out.
my nipples were out.
And that was fine. That was fine. It wasn't a cold night. You're good.
You looked
But yeah.
amazing.
Well, thank
Like
you.
you did. I was very like, that's my friend. Look at him.
Yeah,
Look at him.
same. Also, I think we need to give very much tons of credit to your lover boy, though, Steve. His outfit was so good. Did he like do that himself?
Girl. No. Those are my clothes. All right. All right.
Okay.
The shoes were his. And he did look very cute.
He looked so cute.
That's so nice that you guys can share clothes. It's like built in. It's like having a sister. You're like, here you go.
Yes.
Except you guys were probably happy to share.
I only wish that he also had size 13 shoes because I was like, I want to double my shoe selection, but he's.
I know. Dang it.
Oh.
Do you guys often like, are his clothes your clothes, your clothes his clothes? I mean, obviously you guys have different styles, but like, do you ever just like pick through each other's stuff?
Yeah, sometimes like shorts and stuff. Like I'll wear some of his because
Yeah.
girls, cargo shorts are coming back. And do you remember I threw all of his away?
I remember.
Yeah.
We remember.
Okay,
I
but
remember this.
not the long cargos.
Yes. Yeah, you're right. Yes and no. At first I was like saying, oh, it's not the camouflage cargos, but I walked into Kohl's the other day to go to Sephora and there was an entire rack of camo cargo shorts. And I was like, oh shit,
Oh, no.
I can't bring Steve in here because he's going to be like, well, he's
told
listening to
you
us now. Yeah.
Never accept defeat.
Oh.
But a cute little Steve story is, Steve doesn't know Taylor Swift like I know Taylor Swift, but he's appreciative,
Personally?
Yeah. Well, I don't know, but I kind of want a dream where I sit down to dinner with Taylor. I'm just saying. Becca, just
same.
like give me the vibes. Let me have that. Let me have that dream.
Yeah.
Manifest that.
It's honestly really fun to have those dreams because it feels so real. And then you wake up and you're like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm really creepy. But it's fun in the moment.
Oh, yeah. So we had the the light up thing. And every time when we were watching the concert, Steve, like, his arms were down. I'm next to him just belting out the song. And he'd see the light go off and he'd like hold his hand up like this.
Aww.
So like the people could get the experience, like so he could be part of like the lights instead of it being like behind him or like down low. Every time he caught the blink, he was like
Holding it up.
yeah, it was the sweetest thing.
Cute.
I guess it's not a video podcast, so you have to explain what I'm doing. But yeah,
He's just-
He's holding his
He's
hand
holding his
up.
hand like over his chest, like the pledge, but not.
yeah,
weird.
just so the light would shine.
Yeah.
It was really
Yeah.
fun.
Cute.
But yeah,
So cool.
there was sorry, I feel like I'm talking a lot about this, but seeing it 2 nights in a row.
We're
there
happy
was
to hear.
We need it.
different outfits for each night, but like some of them were the same
Yeah.
and some of them weren't. But I was like, Oh, and Chrissy and I were on our kick of like saying very loudly on purpose to be like, well, when we were here last night, she wore so people would know.
Yeah, you were.
Oh my god.
Oh, it was
Well,
funny.
last night was way better because of blah blah. Everyone's like,
Yeah,
all right.
like we get through the ticket line and we're like, last night there was a lot less people right here.
Oh my god.
You'd be like, someone behind you could be like, oh man, I just really wish we could have heard her sing Mirror Ball. And you're like, well, you should have been here last night.
I know. Well, because the first night was the only time that she sang a song from the debut album. She sang Tim McGraw. The second night, she didn't sing
that song.
any songs from the debut album. So I was like, well, last night we heard a song from the debut album. Yeah, that happened last night.
What did it sound like? Like, I love her first album. It's so good. It's so like sweet. Like, did she sound country and when she sang it, or did she sound modern?
I have a little clip of it, so I'll send it to you so you can see. But I feel like she did sound a little country, but obviously her voice changed from like even like the fourth album that she did. Like she's got a deeper voice, more mature voice. But yeah, she sang an acoustic on the piano because that was a part of the concert where she did 2 acoustic songs and then she dove into the fucking stage.
She just dove right in.
Dove. With reckless abandon.
Have you seen any clips on TikTok, Becca?
No. I'm going to be honest. I'm glad because if TikTok finds out that you want to see that, they will not show you anything else. And
that's what happened.
If I saw like 2 or 3, every few hours someone would pop up, that would be fine. But I just know that was not what would happen. So I haven't searched anything.
Yeah.
Right. I would be overloaded. And like, I'll watch your concert video, Adam. But like when people post concert videos, I always skip because I'm like, it's just not the same. If I have taken a video at a concert.
Sorry. Go. What were you saying?
I was going to say, if I've taken a video at a concert, I don't ever watch it again. So I just decided I'm never going to do that again. Unless I was at something like that Taylor Swift thing. Like, I think I would record just because it's like, this is really huge and like a production. But I don't go to concerts like that. So it's different.
Yeah. It's kind of hard to like, I wanted to be in the moment, but since I was going 2 nights, I was like, okay, the first night I'm going to record a bunch of stuff. Yeah. Then the second night, I'm just going to enjoy the experience. But then the second night, there was different outfit changes. And I'm like, well, I got to get that. I mean, this need of like recording an experience is like, I hate that I feel that way, but I do.
I think it's very normal.
Yeah.
I'm the same way at concerts. I do pull my phone out a lot. I wish I didn't as much, but I do look back at it. I'm someone who looks back at it and I'm like, yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, to be honest, the clips from the concert, like the sound is like better on my iPhone than it was like because my ears. I felt like my ears were clipping when I was there. Like it was so loud.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That.
But what I was going to say is, who I could always watch in concert? Dan Reynolds from Imagine Dragons. I don't know if you guys have found yourself on Dan Reynolds' TikTok or Instagram, but literally, I think it's a conspiracy where this man shows up literally on everything. And I'm like, he's brainwashing me because I will do anything he says.
Is he like really hot?
Yeah, and he's always shirtless.
Yeah, I've seen those clips. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Maybe I have to. It's pretty good.
I told my friend Chrissy, I was like, we need to go to a concert, but we need to be close enough to where his sweat can drip on me. I was like, what is wrong with me?
Just keep your mouth open. Just waiting. Oh my gosh.
Salt for my margarita.
I saw a lot of Harry Styles clips around the Harry Styles tour as well.
Oh, me too.
Like the one where he ripped his pants. It was just so cute. I watched that a few times.
Me too. Bro,
I saw that.
He's still on tour. Like I saw a TikTok from Elise Myers was like, has anyone checked on Harry Styles? Because I feel like he's been touring for 3 years. And I was like, yeah, he really legitimately has been touring for 3 years.
Yeah. Poor guy.
Oh, man.
Must be so tired. Okay. So what else?
That was about it. I did the second night we were on a different side. So I did get to see Taylor like leaving the stadium.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Did you see her head? Like, what do you mean leaving the stadium? Like, you saw like her trailer or what is it? What do you mean?
No, like not the stadium, the stage. She was leaving the stage to get in the car to leave the stadium. So like we were on the side of the stage, and you could kind of see behind the scenes, which I loved because I love that shit. I love that shit so much. I need to know how everything works. But yeah, I saw Miss Swift walk out of stage, and I have a video clip of it. I put it on my Instagram where it was like, this side perfection, this side perfection, this side perfection. But the third clip is her.
Oh, I saw that, but I didn't
It's
see
her
walking
out.
I must not have noticed it.
I was in the nosebleeds, but you can just see like this little maroon sweater waving, and I'm like, that's her. That's Taylor Allison
she
Swift.
is. You were breathing the same air as Taylor Swift. Like, that's amazing.
I know. There were fireworks and fire and but I pulled,
Is that an enclosed stadium?
It is, yeah.
Okay.
I pulled a Nicole though the first time she did the Sparks after the Lover going into Fearless era. There was like sparks there's like a curtain of sparks, and there was too much smoke, and I was watching that like a hawk because I was like. Because the whole time, you guys know how I am. Like the whole time we're like going into the stadium and it was so packed with people, I'm thinking if there's an emergency, I'm going to die. Like there is no way this amount of people could safely exit this place if something happened. So I'm like, well, and then so when the sparks came and there was what seemed to me like too much smoke, I was like eyeing the exits and I was like, Chrissy, like, follow me because I know where we're going. Like it was weird, but no fire.
You can see above
but
everyone.
It was, yeah.
I feel like in a mad dash, you would make it out because you would be able to just clear the crowd. Use those arms.
Yeah. You're pretty up there.
If I was as tall as you, I would not even be concerned, like at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like,
I don't think about that a lot, but like
sea.
Jessie, my friend, she's very short. And I was like, when you're walking through crowds like this, you're basically just like eating people's crotch smells like the whole time.
Fully.
Yeah.
You smell
Becca,
everything
don't
down
gag.
there. Yeah.
Oh man.
No, it's for me, it's armpits. Jesse's down at the crotch. I'm at the like armpits. Like, of course,
yeah.
I'm smelling
I'm at the
everybody's
armpits,
BO.
too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But Nicole texted me at the first night and was like, you text me something about the show. And I'm like, wait, are you watching?
I text you the Gale song.
Yeah, you did.
And I was like, I can't believe people are live streaming this. And you're like, who's live streaming it? And then I sent you one of the girls, but that's how I spent my Friday night.
That is wild.
And like,
Did you watch the entire thing?
I'm
shame.
almost scared to say this online. I watched the entire thing, and so did like over 100,000 other people.
Yeah.
Because there were multiple live streams going on at the same time.
Wow.
And it was funny when it first started. Well, so in the beginning of the day on Friday, I was on Hulu trying to figure out what this whole conspiracy thing was with Hulu. And it was just Hulu pretty much like putting out her music, like putting out like music videos of past songs, I guess. But a bunch of people on TikTok were like, oh, I think they're going to be live streaming the event on Hulu. And I was like, this can't be free. And it can't be real. You know, I think that Taylor would have said something about it, you know? Turns out it was just like a bunch of music videos. So I was like, okay, whatever. So then I went on TikTok and I was like watching people's outfits all day. And I was like, this is so much fun. You know, I was watching Adam's stories. And then I was like, let me just click on live and see if anybody's live streaming. In my head, I don't know why I thought this, but I was like, there's no way people are going to be able to live stream it because the internet connections would just be shit. But that's really not the case. Like, you can still text people and stuff, but like live streaming, I feel like you need some solid wavelengths, you know?
Yeah.
Plus, like, people that are live streaming, it was a 3.5 hour concert. Plus in the beginning, like, you had to have a solid ass battery in order to get through that entire show. Because you said yourself you were standing for what, like 6 hours?
Yeah. So, but this is the thing is like, was the camera steady or was it clearly like someone hand holding it or did they have a gimbal?
So So there was no one had gimbals because I'm pretty sure that those probably wouldn't be allowed in.
Dude,
I don't think
they did not look through bags. We had to have a clear bag, but they didn't like go through and see what was in there. I could have brought anything in there.
Ugh,
Wow.
that's scary.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
like if you put it like in a case, you know, you're not gonna, like, they didn't go through things that were in your bag. They just didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Usually they take the stick and just go through purses and bags and stuff, right? But like even Jay said, he's like, well, people can have their phones. Like, what's to stop people from live streaming it? And I was like, okay. So I saw, you know, Gail, then I saw Paramore, and I was like, are they really going to live stream this whole thing? A few of them were total shit. Like, obvious nosebleeds, just really bad footage. Wi-Fi was really bad. I found one guy though, and his name was Ryan, and I bought that man coffee the next day. Bet your ass I did. It was so good. He had such good seats. Like, I posted some of the clips on Instagram because it was so good. He was sitting in a seat where he was kind of like on the side of the stage, but it was well enough to see Taylor, like to zoom in and see Taylor pretty clearly. But then also he was sitting right in front of a screen, which was legit, like, just beautiful. So he filmed the screen for most of it, but I watched the whole thing, and it took me like it took me like an hour and a half in to realize the time difference. I was like, oh shit, this is in Arizona.
Even worse, because
I'm gonna be up.
You just changed time.
Yes. I was like, if I'm going to be committed to this, I'm going to be up until 1:30 in the morning. And I was like, fuck it, I'm in it. So I maybe took like one bathroom break, and then I went to bed. And I remember getting in bed at like midnight, and I didn't have my AirPods. And Jay's like I had it on super low, you know, and he's laying next to me. He's like, you're going to put your AirPods in, right? I was like, you mean you don't want to hear this? This is like crazy. This is life-changing shit. But the whole time I felt like I was doing something illegal, like, honestly, because I just felt like I didn't pay for this. Like, this is just not fair. Like, I felt like I was doing something wrong, but I wasn't going to miss it.
Yeah. I mean,
if it's out there.
It was like a group think kind of thing, because I feel like for so many days leading up to it, it was like my whole, and Becca, you're right. Like, if you search for it, my whole TikTok was just full of T Swift stuff. So it was like the hype. Everyone was getting hyped. Yeah.
Yeah. And, you know, it obviously was nowhere near a concert experience by far. But like, just to be in on opening night like that, like, was really cool to see. You know, like, yeah, Tim McGraw was amazing. I kind of wish she did a few more songs from the Midnights album. I think all of us wished that.
Yes.
But, you know, it was a really good concert. I mean, the girl, like you said, she sang 44 songs. Like, you can't win them all.
Yeah.
You know, like, it's like,
I mean, like,
she couldn't sing
2.5
the whole
hours
album.
in, I'm like, we still have like 3 different albums to get to. I was like, what is she going to do? And she just kept going. I was just like,
Wow.
damn.
It's such a cool concept for a concert tour to do that, because so many, I feel like I just said this, but like, so many people don't know the new album yet, like, but they know all their old stuff, but the new album just came out. So it's like, people are still, well, I guess for the average user, maybe not Taylor Swift fans, but like, you want to hear their old stuff. And when they play those like iconic songs, it's like way more exciting than the new music, because it's not iconic yet.
Yeah.
I have a feeling that more and more artists are going to start doing stuff like this, especially artists that put music out during COVID, because Evermore and Folklore, didn't those come out during the COVID era?
Yeah. I mean, she has 4 albums that came out that she hadn't been able to tour, because her last tour is Reputation. So she didn't, Loverfest got canceled because of the pandemic. Then she released Folklore and Evermore, and then now Midnights. And to be honest, like, it was a smart way to do it, because I don't think Folklore and Evermore on their own would have been great tour material, because they're very vibey, very like indie.
Yeah.
And it's, Taylor could do it, but it's not like a big stadium type of tour vibe.
Yeah.
And so like sprinkling those in with all of the other theatrical, like, big things was a smart move, but would not expect anything less from her.
I'm curious to know what your favorite set was what was your favorite era?
Oh, 1989.
If you had to pick one.
1989, because
Okay.
that was when I fell in love with Taylor Swift, because it was like she was moving from country to pop. I never really listened to the albums before that. 1989, I was like full in. Then Reputation, I was like, it solidified my love for her. But also her outfit for the 1989 thing was like, the first night was a purple reddish, like 2-piece, like bejeweled. And then the second night it was a green, and the green was stunning. I was just like, that green is beautiful. So
Yeah.
they were all so good though.
They were. I think that Reputation, it's a toss up between Reputation and 1989 for me.
Yeah.
Because she was spicy Taylor during some of those Reputation sets.
Yes.
Holy moly.
Bro, when she sang Vigilante shit from her new album, it was like it was choreographed akin to like Chicago musical, like the ladies, you know, he had it coming.
With the chairs.
I looked
Yeah.
at Jessie and I was like, I think I'm straight. I was just like, I'm Taylor sexual. Like it did something. I had some bi panic. I was just like, oh, I want to be that chair.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh, rightfully so. Taylor is out here turning gay men straight and straight women not.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a really good show. The second night I logged on like halfway through just to see if people were going live. There was a lot less, but it was at the part where she dove into the stage, and if you're listening to this and you're a Swiftie fan, you've already seen the clips. So like, I don't feel like we're spoiling anything, but sorry if you're getting spoiled. But yeah, and she was in a green dress and I was like, what the fuck is going on? So I was like, crap, I can't do this again. So like I logged off like right away because I was like, I can't go down this rabbit hole.
Yeah.
But I feel like the colors may symbolize something because Taylor EXO is dropping them.
Someone commented on my
eggs.
TikTok and they were like, it was a stunt double. And I was like, bro, I literally watched her sing a song, get up from the piano, walk over to the hole in the stage and dive in with reckless abandon. Like that's not a stunt double. And the
It was
thing
a
is, like,
hologram.
I know that like she didn't, and then it projected her swimming on stage up to the front, which that was a projection. And I don't know if they thought that was somebody actually swimming and that's why they said it. But I was like, no, I know that was a video.
No.
But like,
Yeah.
even if she dove onto like a foam mat, that still had to hurt. You're diving on your stomach. I'm like, I need to know what was under that stage. Is it a foam pit?
Yeah. Probably like one of those big blow up things, like the bouncy things.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. Because if you think about it, if she's diving into like a ball pit or a foam pit, it's going to take some effort getting out of that. And she doesn't have that fucking time. So she needs to bounce and roll and get out of there, you know? So I'm thinking as like trampoline-y, kind of like, you know,
blob.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. Yes, that's what I'm thinking. But I was invested in that too. I was like, what is under there? What is
know.
down there? Did someone catch her? Maybe.
Maybe. Anywho, sorry. That was just a lot of Taylor Swift.
This is a great update. We're going to have to put a little disclaimer at the beginning. If you're not a Taylor Swift fan, skip to 30 minutes in.
They know the drill.
I mean, you know what? If
Just
I'm not
listen.
excited about something, but I'm listening to someone who's excited about it, I like it.
I'm going to listen.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
So
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Any other updates for you two? Sorry, I just like really took all that time.
No, because I was excited to talk about my illegal experiences with the whole thing as well. So we did.
Yeah. And
What about you, Becky?
I don't have anything. I mean, yeah, nothing.
Go Taylor.
Go Taylor.
I
It's
ain't got
dark
nothing.
and cloudy and raining, and there's no sun on the forecast for the next 10 days. And so I have nothing positive to say. And that's it.
Yeah.
Taylor is way
Oh.
cooler than anything I'd complain about. So that's fine.
I feel you on that. This Midwest is bullshit.
It's bullshit. But okay, so topic.
Let's get into our topic. Yeah. What are some plants that we just neglect entirely too much that really, these plants don't deserve this from us. So what the fuck is our problem? We don't know. But they're still alive. So let's talk about it.
Yeah, I feel like this whole episode idea came because like I recognized that there was a whole section of plants that I just consistently, every time I watered my plants, because when we water, we kind of go section by section. At least that's how I feel like you both do it. And there's always like a couple plants in that section that you're like, I'll get you next time. And then like, I'll get you next time keeps going for like a year. And then you're like, I haven't got you in a long time. And why are you still here?
Let's start with your collection, Adam, because you definitely have some that you've done this with. But first, what's the longest you've gone without, let's say, watering your plant, and it's still alive, would you say? Well, if you could guess.
That's these plants that I kind of sparked this idea, but it had to have been over a year. I do not know exactly. I know it was at least a year.
And these are plants that are in soil?
Yes. Now, listen.
So no leftover.
Like, some were definitely dead, but some are still alive. Yeah.
Yeah, we need to talk about the ones that are still alive because this is a hot take. Like, everybody's going to want these plants.
You guys know my shower shelf, and I had all my aeroids up there. I had like my Monstera Thai Constellation, my Bilietiae, some other ones. Yeah. And then to like the left of that, I had some lower light plants because it was pretty far away from that window. So I had Sansevieria Dracaena cylindrica, or the one that kind of looks like fingers.
Yeah.
I had a ZZ, just a regular green ZZ, but like a couple pots of each. And everyone was like, "Oh, I would never put plants up there because you're never going to water. Like, it's too much of a task." And I was like, "No, it's not." And it wasn't until I moved those aeroids down because they were too big for being up there. And then there was no plants up there except for the lowlights. And then I never watered them because I'm like, whatever. I'll get you next time.
Do we think that that needs to be put on a shirt? I'll get you next time. Do we think that they were living off of condensation from your showering?
No, I think they were living off stores of whatever they had. Because that, like, the ZZs did not make it. The ZZs dead. Like, brittle, brown, like, look like dried weeds, like dead. But the Sansevieria cylindricas are fine. But you could see, like with that kind of plant, I think it stores a lot of like water in its plant tissue. You could see it start getting really, like the ends started drying up. So like you'd have the cylindrica thing like halfway up, but then halfway up it would turn brown and like wrinkly. So it was like slowly just taking its own moisture from some of the leaves, the foliage from the tip going down.
Yeah.
It was suffering for a long time.
Yeah, it was.
Okay, a year is a little much.
Yeah.
I can't say I've gone that long without watering a plant.
I know. I'm embarrassed.
But definitely 6 months.
Yeah, I want to say for me it's maybe like 3 to 4 months because it's like some plants I did not water for the full winter. And I know that for a fact.
Yeah.
Yeah. A few plants of mine that I know, like I typically don't water very often. And I'm talking like maybe once every couple of months are most of my cactus. And this is like during the winter months. But also plants that I always forget to water because again, like they're just not in view or they're in another part of my house and out of sight, out of mind kind of thing are quite a few of my Sansevieria snake plants, Dracaena snake plants, Those are really good plants though for that. Like if you're a busy person and you just don't have time to have like a weekly, bi-weekly watering schedule or bi-monthly watering schedule, those are good plants to get. I mean, they're prolific. So like they look nice in the space and they're just low light, low care, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah. The ones that I haven't are snake plants. Like 90% snake plants. I have a palm tree. What is that? It's like the little Parlor.
Ponytail palm?
No, a ponytail palm.
Parlor palm?
Not a parlor. Ponytail palm. Sorry.
Okay.
I have a ponytail palm that I water maybe once a quarter, which is bad. It really could be doing so much, but I don't think it's put out new growth in like years because I don't water it ever. But like it still looks nice. I'm like, okay, like sure, we're still green and looking okay. But all of these plants that we're like neglecting have those like big tuberous roots where they can like hold so much water.
Yeah.
So like it makes sense.
It's the same.
Also, I've had a pothos dead on my top railing for like probably a year and a half or 2 years. And people will be
is
like,
that the one that's hanging off your bedroom?
yeah. And people will point it out and I'm like, yeah, that's been dead for a really long time. Or like, oh, like your plant's not looking good. I'm like, yeah, it's been dead for like over a year. Like, don't even.
We're not talking about it.
Yeah.
Don't look up there.
Let's unpack that. Why don't you want to take it down? Huh?
I just like don't care.
For the same reason you left that ZZ up on that shelf.
Okay, true. Yeah.
I honestly just don't care. Like I haven't needed the pot. It's not in the way. I'm like, whatever. Like I just don't care.
Yeah.
It's like in
You're
my
leaving it
videos,
there
you can see
so
it.
the other plants know, like, don't fuck with me, all right? That could happen.
Yeah.
All right.
True.
Hey, this is what will happen to you.
Threat.
You know what? I have not had very good luck with pothos in my life. Like it ends up dying. Like not that I have had a ton of pothos, but all the ones that I've had, I'll keep it for a while and then it'll just die like that. And I'm like, I don't know. I guess pothos.
What about the one that's...
Huh?
Oh, sorry. I was going to ask, what about the one that's up on your fridge? Like that one was lush.
Yeah, she died due to me being pregnant.
That's valid.
I just let it go, and then it was looking so bad. I was like, I'm just gonna throw this away. I can't deal with this.
Wait,
that was
you're
one of the ones that I
pregnant?
unfortunately lost. Am I? Oh God. Yeah, but pothos, yeah, like I just don't end up keeping them for years and years and years and years, where they get like super long and huge. That's one for me that it's like one of those easy plants. I'm like, I think it's just not interesting enough for me to really care about it long term. I think I get bored with that one.
See, I can feel that because I have a jade pothos. And honestly, like I'm indifferent about it. It's still like alive and thriving. But like, what is it about that causes us to just have those feelings? Because I could go through and name quite a few plants that I'm still caring for that like, if I didn't have it, I wouldn't be upset, but I still am doing stuff with it.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah.
And it's usually the boring ones.
It's the boring ones. Yeah. I think I generally like Hartley philodendron more than pothos because I have a few of those and I just like them so much more. Like the Brazil or the neon or the just regular green one. Or the Micans. I just like the philodendron so much better than like a epipremnum pothos.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I've got a lot of those. And it's like the same care. And it basically looks the same. But yeah, for some reason. And you know, my mom has a bunch of Marble Queen pothos and it's gorgeous. I'm obsessed with it. So maybe I just need to get Marble Queen.
Is that the one that she has in the bathroom?
Uh-huh.
Strung up.
That you
It's so pretty, isn't it? Strung up in the bathroom.
Yeah.
That's not scary. Yeah.
One plant that I just always forget about because I have it in a basket on my floor next to my Mod Sprout, the light container thing. It is my Monstera brandy. That thing goes a long time without any water.
Monstera brandy. What plant is that?
Or is it a philodendron?
The Brandsiana?
Branded. Yeah.
Oh, philodendron. Okay, I was like trying to put that together.
Philodendron. Sorry, philodendron. It has gone at least a couple of months without water. And yeah.
Ooh.
And it's a
Shocked.
leafy plant, so I know it's in soil, but like still I don't know. And it's not under grow lights, so
And it looks good.
maybe that's why. Yeah, it looks fine.
I'm shook by that. That
I
plant
just forget
is so
about it.
sensitive in my care. Like I don't do well with that plant.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I always wanted one, but then everyone
I'm gonna
complained
send you
about
guys
how tough it was or how finicky it was. And I was like, no, thank you. I don't have time for you.
It's not worth it.
I'm gonna send you a picture of this plant. I'm low key shook. I haven't had it for very long, but I always forget to water it because it's like on the floor, and I don't know, lazy. I don't want to pick it up and take it to the sink.
You know, even though the vibes are great with macrame plant hangers, and look, I know, not dude, I made macrame, but
Yeah.
and all of these hangers are ones that I've made, but it really. It's like I have to be in a certain kind of mood to take them out of the hangers to water them. It is a struggle.
It's a process.
And yeah, I don't know. I wish there was an easy fix to something like that.
Becca, were you the one who said that you water yours right in the hanger, or did I hear that somewhere else?
I do, yeah. I just take the hanger off the hook and water it, and like the macrame gets wet, but like it doesn't do anything to it. I've never had any mold issues. But yeah, a bunch of people were like, "You're gonna get mold," blah blah blah. I'm like, okay, like what? No.
I guess I could do that. I could always use like one piece swimsuit, scooch it over past the drainage hole.
Exactly.
Yes.
That is exactly what I do. And yeah,
That's what I do too.
And okay, but the thing is, like, you're still having to take down the macrame. It's this whole thing, even still.
Yeah.
But no, my plants that are in macrame hangers get neglected a lot. Like the two Hoya above my sink, it's literally above the sink, and I am like, every 2 months I'll water these. Whatever. Yeah, I do the same thing with macrame hangers.
It's a pain.
Do either of you have Florida's, not the Florida Beauty, but the green form?
Yeah.
I used to, but no, not
Okay,
anymore.
how is yours, Becca? Because that's another plant that just, I forget about it.
Same. It's on. I don't even know how or why that plant is still alive. Honestly, it looks
Okay, see?
like
There
it
you
just
go.
wants to live. And I'm like, okay, I guess we're doing this. Like, sure. Yeah, I always forget to water that plant, and it's fine.
Yeah, mine was like, well, as of yesterday, it was going on like 3.5 weeks since I gave it water. And it's putting out like 3 new leaves. I know. I know.
That's a good
I'm
plan.
really
If you
outing
want
myself
some,
here.
no, that's good though, because this is giving people like, I don't want to have the responsibilities of all these foliage plants, but I still want the vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And these are soil plants too. Like I'm realizing all of these are in soil. I feel like if they were in leca and they dried out completely, the plant would let you know a little bit quicker. Like, hello. I have nothing to suck up here.
Yeah, I'm trying to
You know.
suck. Nothing here. My ficus. See, this is not something I expected. My ficus, I pretty much water them like once or twice over the winter because they live outside in the summer. And
Wow.
my rubber trees.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, my
Weird
rubber
flex.
trees handle it great. And my fiddly fig looks terrible. It did not fare well when I brought it in. But the rubber trees look incredible. No leaf loss this winter. And
Interesting.
I think I've watered them twice this entire winter. That's twice since October. Yeah.
Oh, that's rare.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
So I don't know if I've got some like extra hardy ones. I mean, I've had them both for a super long time. So yeah.
Like 4 years, right?
Yeah, pretty much since the beginning of my journey. One of them, yes, was my first house plant, and the other one I got like maybe a couple months later. So yeah, those are doing great, and they look thirsty. I can see that they're droopy, but they're like holding on. Hold on for one more day.
You know what? Figgy Smalls has
We
put out
haven't
3
had-
new leaves this
I
winter.
was gonna say we
Yeah, we
haven't
need
had
a
a Figgy
Figgy
Smalls update.
Okay, well, Figgy Smalls she's doing
Did she
something.
get some De La Tanks? Did she get the tanks?
She got De La Tanks. She got a
Ooh.
repot.
And 3 new leaves in the winter?
What a commercial. This is an ad. I'm kidding. It's not an ad.
Nicole, you're
Sorry,
back.
I don't know what happened. I'm back.
Okay.
It was like you were like moving in slow motion and talking like this.
Okay,
Anyway.
Figgy Smalls got De La Tanks, put out 3 new leaves in the winter.
Yeah, this is a huge sales pitch. Okay. If you guys don't have De La Tanks, what the are you doing? No, like listen, Figgy Smalls is a character all of her own. Did you
just censor yourself so you didn't have to do that post?
I did.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's a little much dragging that beep in. Figgy Smalls is a character, okay? Because I never know what this bitch is gonna do. Like she has surprised me, but I do bring her outside in the summer. She's had her share of cicadas in the soil, worms in the soil. We got lots of protein going on in there. So maybe that like contributed. I don't know.
Yeah.
But she got a repot when I said I was going to repot like last fall. And she's been in the office, which is, I don't know what, north facing window, I think.
Upstairs.
But it's like on the side, downstairs. I'm sorry, not in the basement, on the main level.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, in the office in the main level. So like kind of by the kitchen. But it's not like directly in front of the window. It's like it's kind of in a little dark corner, actually. And she put out 3 new this is the 3rd leaf. I will send a photo.
How
I will
do they
post
look?
a photo.
Do they look like big healthy leaves?
Yes, juicy green
lettuce leaves. Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Wow, that
literally
is impressive.
like I'm surprised it's still alive because you say fall, but it was like very early winter because it was like there was like frost, and I was like, "Did you bring Figgy Smalls in?" You're like, "Not yet," and I was like, "She's dead. She is not."
She's gotta she's gonna depart. And so what's my Fiddly Figs excuse? Because it's in a south window. South.
I don't know.
Huge south window.
Okay, is your fiddle is it in De La Tanks?
Of course it is.
Okay.
Of
course it is. It's her brand. What
of course it is.
I know, but it could be living off of some old soil. I don't know.
No, I don't know. It has definitely gotten. I don't know. I'm gonna see how it does this summer. If it fills in a little bit, I might do. Have you seen how people, like when your Fiddly Fig goes bare, you can like cut notches into it and it'll put out leaves and like it'll branch? I'm going to try that this summer. And if it doesn't branch, I'm probably going to just like try to give it away because I hate the way that it looks. It looks like long, skinny little twig with a little 3 shitty leaves. It looks so ridiculous. I'm like, I can't. This is embarrassing for all of us.
A fiddle at work when I used to work in an office that was like 7 feet tall, and it only had like 4 leaves at the top. So I just like literally cut it down so the stick was only like 7 inches tall, and it started putting off 2 new growth points on either side. So yeah.
Okay.
Cut her down.
Something to consider.
You want to know something I'm thinking about that I did that I'm doing different since I brought it in? And I don't know why I'm doing that. Well, I do know why I'm doing this because I'm fucking lazy. But it's gotten so big that bringing it to the sink is kind of a little bit of a struggle.
Yeah.
So it's sitting in a saucer that's like maybe 3 inches tall. And I've just been filling the saucer like every couple weeks.
Oh, so you
like filling it.
Butt chug, huh?
Bottom watering it. Yeah.
Oh.
I wonder if that has anything to do with this new leaf growth.
I wonder.
Probably you're just giving it some attention and it's happy. So
probably because it had some, fungus gnats over the years, and now there's none because bottom watering.
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe that, I don't know. I'm not sure.
Okay. I think mine will definitely be up for a repot this year because I repotted it I think 2 years ago. So she's going to need something this coming year. And I'm excited to get her out. I hate having my ficus inside. They just look so much better outside, and the frogs like to sit in them, and it's very cute.
Oh, those frogs are so cute.
Mm-hmm.
They are.
Yeah, I have little tree frogs live in my ficus.
There's another plant in our living room that I usually never. So like some of the ones we've mentioned are very like structural. The Sansevieria snake plant, they're very like, they're not flowy, the foliage isn't flowy. It's very rigid, but there is one. It's a Dracaena marginata. It's like almost like a palmish type of tree that look like a Dr. Seuss tree. You see them in like IKEA all the time.
Yeah.
But we have one of those in our living room. That's like, like 2-3 feet from a window that is facing a covered porch. So not a lot of light. It's doing really well. And all it gets for care is like the empty, like when you grab your water bottle and you're like, there's still like a fourth of it left. But then you're like, well, I want fresh cold water. We just dump it in there. That's all she gets. And she is just happy as a clam.
I feel like everybody has a plant in their house that gets that.
Yeah.
Mine is my my Chinese evergreen.
Okay.
It's by
Is that an Aglaonema? Yeah.
Yeah. It's next to my desk. And it's put out like 3 new leaves actually since I repotted it. I repotted it in De La Tanks. But like in the middle of the night, I'll have a cup of water on my nightstand and I don't finish it. So like literally every morning because it's like on my way to go upstairs and hopefully it won't get root rot, but I never have more than like a couple inches in my cup, you know?
Yeah.
But I never pick it up and take it to the sink. I did once since I've been downstairs.
So she just gets the leftover water,
Yeah. Which one is it though? Because there's a bunch of different varieties, isn't there?
Refreshing.
Aglaonema.
Does it have red?
No, it's green.
Oh, okay.
Is it like green and silver? There's the Silver Bay. That's my favorite.
Yes.
Oh, that is gorgeous.
Yeah, it's green and silver.
Very pretty.
Okay, so that's the one it is. Yeah.
There's some
Silver Bay.
There's some cool ass Aglaonema. I think Aglaonema is extremely underrated.
Agree.
Oh yeah.
For
those leaves are
foliage
stunning.
and easy care, for sure.
They're so easy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
And they're big plants.
that's one that can go a long time between watering too. They have like a little bit more like tuberous roots though, so it makes sense. Every time I repotted it, I'm like, wow, these are chunky. Oh, another one, spider plants. You guys don't like spider. Oh no, Nicole doesn't like them.
Nicole doesn't.
I don't. Yeah.
I am such a hoe for a spider plant. I bought like 4 for my wall, and like I never worry about them. Like never. Not even stressed.
Never.
Like they're just the freaking best. I never even think about them.
Those would be pretty hanging from your balcony.
They would.
The death balcony,
cast
do not put them up there, all right?
No, but if she had like 4 up there, it'd be reason to go up there. I feel like it's because you had the one lonely pothos that you're like, nah, fuck it,
Right, yeah. And that plant gets neglected, but it doesn't like it. So I can't even add that to this list. Like, ugh. It is not happy to be neglected. It's a Cebu blue. Or what? How do you actually, is it Cebu?
I say Cebu.
I say Cebu. Cebu.
I know, but a bunch of people have
Cebu
commented before that's like, say it right, because it's like a location in the Philippines, and I always forget, but it's not Cebu. I think it might be Cebu.
Cebu.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
That's good to know.
Okay, now I'm like so self-conscious about it. I want to get it right, but like I always screw it up.
Oh, it is. It's
What if you look it up? Because I'm uploading a video and I can't use my internet.
Okay.
Pronunciation. Okay, ready? Let's listen. Hold on. Hello?
Hello.
Cebu.
It's Cebu.
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 Okay, but she's British.
Cebu.
Do we trust this?
They're always British. Oh, no, here. American. Ready?
Cebu.
Cebu. That's what it is.
Cebu.
I think.
Cebu.
Cebu blue. Cebu. I think it's the blue that's
Cebu.
messing us up.
Oh.
Cebu blue.
Cebu.
Cebu blue.
Cebu.
I don't know. I'm trying.
We're doing our best out here, guys.
Yeah.
Doing our best.
Have you heard? Have you seen that? We might have actually talked about this on the podcast. Man, I feel like I had. Oh, they might have been with my. Anyway, that clip from Family Guy where the mom is like, all right, you win with your gay shit or something like that. What is that sound?
Loa?
Oh, okay. Yes, my friend mentioned it because like when we were in Jamaica, they only gave us paper straws, which is fine. but it's like,
I hate paper straws so much.
I know, me too. But we were just laughing because we were referencing this TikTok we saw that was like me the moment my paper straw starts to disintegrate, and it's like, all right, you win with your gay shit, or like, I don't even remember what it is. It's so funny.
Oh, that's funny.
What is that TikTok sound? Okay, I feel like that's not what she says, but it's something to the tone of that. It's like when like being woke is like, all right, that's enough.
Yeah.
We've gone too far. Just with the
Relax.
it's
trying to look it up.
hilarious.
Fine,
Okay, yeah.
You win with your gay stuff.
Yeah, okay, there we go. Fine, you win with your gay stuff. Hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. Also, another random straw thought. I like having ice in my drinks, but I don't like that it makes my drink watery. So what if there was a way, and I'm sure that this exists, but to have like ice, like a double layered cup where you put ice on the outside and then you put your drink on the inside?
Yeah, they have those.
They do?
But yeah, you have to like freeze your cup.
The annoyance with just the little effort that
it was like
you had to freeze your gut.
It's just not going to work for me. Okay, because I have a soft drink here. Well, it's a Powerade, okay? And I got my Nugget Ice in it, and Nugget Ice melts really fast. So now my drink just is going to taste like water.
Wait, where did you get the Nugget Ice from? The store?
I went to Jimmy John's on the way home.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to tell me you have a Nugget Ice maker, and I was going to say, listen, I need to be part of this club right now.
No way.
Okay.
Listen. I am not the person to buy one of those. I would enjoy it if someone else did. Yeah, you would. No, stuff like that. No, I'm not going to buy that.
It's already on my Christmas list, which Jay has in his possession. And I was like, this is the top thing. Okay. We're not doing vacuums this year, buddy. We're doing Nugget Ice Maker. Okay.
And he's got months and months to save up for it because that's how much they cost. So
yeah, that's how much it's astronomical. It's ridiculous. It's fucking ice cubes. But I have to have one.
Yeah. Okay. Adulthood is 50% making smart decisions and being like, maybe this isn't the best way to spend my money. And 50% being like, fuck it. I'm going to use this every day. And my life is important. I'm important. I work hard for my money. I'm in a constant like battle, like push and pull of those two things, being like, but I don't need it. I can live without it. And being like, bitch, you deserve this. You've been waking up at your alarm every single day for the last week after daylight savings. You're doing great.
We need to enjoy the money we make in some way, because if we use all the monies to pay all the bills and that's it, what is life worth living for?
I agree.
Don't listen to me.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. I'm not speaking in my right mind.
This has
been financial advice with Nicole.
Financial advice with Nicole. I actually saw a video from someone who was like a young mom, and she's like, how are people like going on vacation and like buying houses and like
I saw that
doing
too.
things? Yeah. I was like, that's a really good point. And it made me a little scared. Mm-hmm. It was like an existential moment where I'm like, well, yeah. Okay. So I need to figure out how to make a lot more money.
Yeah. It's sad. My question is, how are people buying groceries? I don't know how we got on this topic, but
I know this feels Patreon-esque.
It took a dive. It took a dive, folks. Well, we are recording our Patreon episode later tonight, so maybe we'll just hold these thoughts.
Yeah. We'll complain about the economy later. Like, okay, we don't need it. We don't even need to hold it. Oh.
Anyways, well, do we have any more plants that have been neglected? Or is that like a good chunk of your collections there that we mentioned?
I had one more that I took care of recently. It's my huge Thaumatophyllum
Folium.
Oh, like that one. Bipennifolium.
The Sellum. Also, the tree philodendron or whatever. Yeah, that plant pretty much, I'm not even going to say that it pretty much died because it did not even come close to dying, but all the foliage was like, bye. And the plant is very much so still alive. It has lots of growth spikes. And I brought that in October and I shoved it in a corner and did not look at it until like a week ago. So there's that.
Hey, I mean, it's still alive.
I'll get you
November,
next
December,
time.
But for how much longer?
That's 5 months. 5.
Yeah.
Maybe go give it some water.
I did. A couple weeks ago, I like took it outside when it was like 75 degrees or something crazy. You know, remember that? Remember that a few weeks ago.
Oh, that fall spring that we had for 5 hours. Yeah, that was
And I
nice.
felt like myself again for the first time since.
And then it snowed the next day.
Yeah. Great.
Didn't
I
you
took it
just get
outside.
back from laying on a beach? So like, all right, let's build a bridge and
Yeah.
get over. You haven't been
I know.
existing in this for months, all right?
Okay, I took 4 days. 4. Oh, but I've been trapped here.
Okay,
Besides
so
that. And okay.
Yeah, mister, I'm going on a 2-week cruise.
Yeah. That sun that I experienced gave me the weirdest sunburn of my life, and I am scared of how my body is going to look with the tan that I'm going to get. Because listen, I didn't know that when you're pregnant, only the top of your belly would get burnt. So it's like I'm a layered donut. Like when I lay on my side, it looked like a white donut, and it's like the red frosting, and there's like a clear line where like the shadows started hitting because the belly was so big that did not get sunburned.
no.
And then the inside of my belly button, there's like a ring of white because I guess my belly has grown since I got the sunburn, so I can see inside of my belly button that was not there when I got the sun. You know what I mean? Because it's like expanding. So it's like
Getting a visual.
a bullseye. It's just so weird.
that is very strange. What a weird thing.
Oh my god.
Wait till that
that's so
belly button just
funny.
goes.
I know. I think it's coming soon. I mean, I'm getting pretty close.
I
My
mean,
belly button is
honestly,
not very
though,
deep
you know,
anymore.
Perfect opportunity for a deep clean.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, who
Well,
deep
hey,
cleans their belly buttons? Who gets to turn it inside out and clean it?
I-
Not many people.
I mean, no, but I do go digging in there because that.
I was gonna
creeps
say
me out.
I'm like very clean with my belly button. Every time I shower, I'm like getting water in there and moving my finger around.
Oh, I
Me
do
too.
not do that. Oh.
Okay. It's like this.
You got to
though.
go digging.
If you ever stick your finger in there on accident, or you just, I don't know, absentmindedly do it, and then you sniff it and you understand the smell that can occur, you will never
Oh.
not wash it again, I think. Like, this happened to me with
There you go,
flossing.
project.
Like, I didn't floss
yeah.
for like a week, and then I flossed and I smelled the floss, and I was like, holy shit, what the fuck was decaying in my mouth? All I'm eating is fruit. Like,
Yeah.
how is it that stinky?
Oh.
I haven't skipped a day flossing since then. That was my wake up
Yeah.
call.
Yeah.
Okay, well, back to one last plant thing. Here's a little pro tip. I have this.
You don't want to discuss hygiene
You don't
anymore?
want to discuss the smell of your belly button?
I have a big snake plant in the corner of my bedroom. So when I have to pee in the middle of the night, I just
No.
get up. And honestly, the plant has been doing so well.
You're kidding. You're not being serious.
You're
There's no way.
lying.
Yeah, I'm kidding. I would never.
Okay, I was like the splashback.
You were trying to hold it though. You were gonna. Go
I was like,
off.
why is he being so rude and not listening to our jokes? Because you were making a joke. Oh my gosh.
Speaking of proper hygiene, I piss on my plants.
Yeah. I feel like,
I
well,
bet
isn't it like,
I bet it would work though. I gotta be honest. I bet we should do it.
In a pinch.
Should we
I
do
mean,
like an experiment of just pee only?
I don't
you can.
know if
Doesn't
yeah, because I'm not squatting over anything.
doesn't like female dog pee like kill plants?
Yeah, it kills the grass.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
like,
but
but
that's
male dog
dog
pee
pee.
doesn't. Or does male dog pee
That's
do it?
dog pee.
I think dog pee in general does.
I think it's just female, actually.
Yeah, because my dogs straight up piss on my plants and nothing bad happens.
Well, I could be wrong, but that's been the case with like my mom's dogs and our dogs.
Yeah,
I don't know. But that is dog pee. That's not human pee.
that's true. It is.
We do have a different diet.
That is true. I peed in my yard last night. It was really freeing.
You did.
You had your legs up with your socks on.
Yeah.
No pants.
And guess what? A moment after I took that photo, I found a mosquito on my leg. So I went inside really fast. I was like, come on.
Already?
Yeah, there was a mosquito out. Can you believe it? It's cold.
Wait, why did you pee in
Can
your
you
yard? Was
believe
this a
it?
pregnancy? Was this a pregnancy thing and a matter of not making it to the toilet in time, or were you just living your beautiful fairy pregnant self life outside in the forest?
It was the fairy, the ladder. Well, okay, see, it was my beautiful fairy forest life, but with McDonald's DoorDash. So, like, I ordered DoorDash because Daniel's out of town right now. I'm like, I'm not
Okay,
cooking
girl.
just for me.
But didn't you just get DoorDash Chipotle like the night before?
Yes,
she is living
What's
her best
tonight
life,
gonna
and we're
be?
not here to judge.
I
Panda
DoorDash
Express?
all the time, especially right now. I'm like, I'm not cooking. Hell no.
Yeah, no.
Fuck that stove.
I'm already cooking something.
When it's just you, it's not that expensive. So I'm like,
Exactly. This is why I like being alone sometimes.
yeah. Like when me and Dan DoorDash, he eats so much. It's like $40 or $50 every time. And when I do it, it's like $20. I'm like, this is, I mean, that's still way too much to be spending. But no, I was outside and I picked up the food from my door and I was like, oh, it's like warm outside. So I ate it outside on my little egg chair. And then I had to pee and I was like, well, I've got a napkin here. And I just squatted.
Gosh, if that ain't Becky fucking
know,
Calhoun, I don't know who is.
If anyone was ever curious about
What I do.
the area Becca lives in, you now know her neighbors can't really see what she's doing.
No, they can't see a fucking thing. And like, honestly, if they did look out their window and see through the trees at that, they probably would have just thought I was looking at something. Cause like, yeah, I don't know. My dogs were like, what are you doing? But
I think that pregnant lady's water just broke.
something ain't right. That woman is not right. She is pregnant. Yeah. Yeah. Also, yeah, the whole peeing while pregnant thing is super annoying because I have to really relax to let my bladder completely empty, which is a like, it's just weird. Like I'll go pee and then I'll stand up and then like literally a minute later I have to pee again. And it's just because I didn't relax my bladder or something to let it all fall out. Like it's just so weird.
Yeah.
TMI.
Oh, the days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I do my pelvic floor exercises every day.
You do you? Okay.
Every
I'm
day.
keeping that cervix strong.
I don't want to piss myself for the rest of my life.
Oh man.
Oh God. Like the body of a woman is just,
It's freaking amazing. It is amazing. I just posted my 24-week bump date on my close friends.
it's the cutest bump ever.
It looks so cute. It's like very round and it just is like I definitely look pregnant now. It's like there's no question.
Yeah.
It's just all
there's
belly.
No question.
It's-
No.
Yeah.
That's
It's
not
all
just a
belly.
big dinner. There's something in there. All right.
Yeah.
There's an 11-inch
Yeah.
baby in there. A 12-inch baby.
There is a cob of corn in there.
a big old cob of corn. DIY.
What's the 80s reference?
Oh.
A Furby? A Furby?
Daniel laughed at me. No, we passed Furby a couple weeks ago. Daniel had the biggest laugh because I read it to him because we go through our little app. And I was like, oh, here's what it is in like the 80s and 90s reference. Daniel is like, he's like, the 90s was the best time. I'm like, okay, Dan, like, whatever.
I mean, facts, but continue.
Vibes, it was.
I was only alive for 4 years of it, but I agree. The 90s was really great, but I was more of like an early 2000s baby, if anything, like culturally, which the early 2000s was great too. But okay, it's a Sega Game Gear.
Okay.
Did I say it right? Because I
Sega.
think I said Sega when I first said it, and he was like,
Oh no.
and And I was like, what? And he's like, can you just hold on? Like, he was like dying laughing. He gets out like the voice memo thing and he's like, say it again. Ask me what that is again. And I was like, what is Sega Game Gear or something? And he sends it to all his friends.
Oh my
And I was like, is it like, hey, like, you're being a bully? Like, what is it?
Okay, you're being a bully. What is it?
He did say,
Yeah,
like,
it's Sega.
would you be embarrassed if I showed this to people? I'm like, I don't even know what I'm embarrassed about. So sure. Like,
And then he just blasts it to everyone. And everyone's like, she's such an idiot.
your wife is so dumb. Oh my God. No.
No, she just doesn't play games 24/7. How about that?
Literally, I just was not allowed to play. My family had strict no games rules. Like, I was not allowed to play video games.
Oh, we were a Nintendo family.
Yeah.
See, that's fun. Like, in
Yeah.
moderation. In moderation, it's
Yeah.
fun.
Right.
I think we'll be a Nintendo family too. We have the Switch, and Daniel just bought the PS5, so I don't really know. If she's interested,
Yeah.
play a little Mario Party. Mario Party's fun.
Oh my gosh, I
So
love
fun.
Mario Party.
Come
I love
on.
it.
We should have a Mario Party date.
We should. Because we could play
we
online.
should. Why have we never done that?
Steve loves it. I've never
I don't
played. I've never
know.
played Switch Online with anybody though, so like I don't even know how that works. But I feel like we should.
Oh, we should totally.
I've played like Mario Kart with my friend and her now fiance. One of my friends got engaged. It's exciting.
Oh.
I've played with them before and we like FaceTimed them so we could like chat. We don't have to do that.
Yeah.
But like it was fun.
Yeah.
That would be fun. We should do it.
Okay,
Yeah,
this
we
is really
should.
feeling like Patreon, and we need to wrap it up.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Oh yeah, this is
We're
long. Okay.
getting on the phone
Well,
in just a few hours, so. I miss Jimmy John's so much. Why is their bread so fucking good?
It's so good. Listen, don't eat deli sandwiches while you're pregnant. I'm eating deli sandwiches. I don't give a shit. I've been fine.
Okay, this is definitely Patreon.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cut this and put it in the Patreon episode.
I've been fine.
I've been fine. I swear. The baby's
Too much mercury in the tuna my ass.
baby's 50th percentile. She's average just like her mom. I'm gonna eat the deli.
Okay, guys. Well, on that note, thank you so much for joining us in today's episode. If you want to chat about what plants you neglect all the time, you can head over to our Instagram and talk about it in today's post at Potted Together. And then don't forget to follow us individually. Adam is at Not Dude, Becca is at De La Plants, and I'm at My Clean Leaves. And yeah, go follow us on Patreon if you want to hear all about Becca and how she doesn't give a shit about her deli sandwiches.
Yes.
All right, guys, we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.